reading is Proverbs 18, verse 19. A brother offended is harder to win than a strong city, and contentions are like the bars of a castle. Well, as long as we live upon this earth, we will offend people. We're not even going to probably know at times, and other people will offend us at times, and they won't even know they've offended us. Now, Jesus tells us in the scriptures to Proverbs 4:23 to guard your heart above all things, because from it flow the issues of life. So we need to realize, and he also said in the New Testament, it is impossible that offense not come to each other. Now, people get offended really quick, but it's a decision you make. You choose to embrace that spirit of offense or that offense, and you can choose to reject it. We see Judas Iscariot when I think it was Mary was actually poured that lot of perfume over Jesus' legs. Now that was very, very expensive perfume, equivalent to a year's wages roughly, about say $60,000-$70,000. And so Judas got offended because even though he was a thief already, he was actually stealing from the money pot. But he got offended because Jesus said, no, this is done for me to anoint me for burial, and you'll always have the poor with you. So Judas Iscariot got offended. Now he was already going the wrong way, but then he got offended and then went and actually done the dirty and dogged on Jesus, and obviously the Jesus crucifixion and everything and that. And so offense is that powerful. Once you get offended, it's really easy because then you start seeing through things, almost like if you have a set of sunglasses, you see things through glasses of tainted spectacles based through that offense. Now you saw that person 10 minutes before, particularly say, and the biggest offense comes in husbands and wives when they're married. 10 minutes before, the husband loved that wife and thought she was beautiful. Then she's done something which he is offended by, and vice versa, and all of a sudden they hate that person for a while. Now sometimes that little bit of offense can actually lead to marriage breakups, divorce. It can be that serious. Friendships can separate because they've been offended. They perceive that. And like I said, if you're the one that's been offended, the other person might not be aware they've offended you. So what do? You choose by an act of your will to forgive that person. I choose not to be offended. In the name of Jesus, I bless that person. Having blessed that person, I bless that person, and I pray for God to watch over them, protect them, and love them in Christ. Simple as that. But you've got to choose not to take offense. You don't. I just refuse to take offense in that situation. I choose to bless them, have them bless them. I forgive them, I bless them in the name of the Lord, and then pray for them that God will actually do something wonderful in their lives, and also do a kind act of some sort too in some ways. Like I know at times with myself and my wife, and sometimes she did something that annoyed me, I would actually get up and make her a cup of coffee or something, forgive her, because I knew if it got in my heart and stayed there, it becomes a big root, as so to speak, like a big taproot. And it's really hard to get out of your heart sometimes. And littlest things can actually be a major issue. It shouldn't be that way. If you've got a little garden bed, you keep it soft, you keep it tilled, a little weeds goes in there, you pull it out straight away. It's very easy to get out when it's fresh. If you let the garden bed gets dry, which represents your heart, the root gets pretty big, you generally only pull the top of it off and the root stays in there. So deal with it straight away. You choose. You can't blame anybody else. And I'm not saying that you might believe you have a right to be offended, but don't forget, each one of us, including me, especially me, has offended tens, hundreds, thousands of people throughout their life. Now it's their choice whether they've actually accepted it too. They had a choice to accept it. Remember, it's a spirit of offense. It comes along, it hurts you in your soul, but you must choose to forgive it and move on. How do you think Jesus would have felt? I mean, he did everything incredible for everyone else. When he went to the crucifixion, he got spat on, he got beaten, he got mocked. I mean, and yet he said, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they do. I mean, he is our ultimate numero uno, one we should be looking at. And if he could forgive others for everything they did to him, and he did nothing wrong to them, only sought to bless them, then we can forgive someone for, saying we're carrying an extra kilo or two, or things like that. Because even things like people saying you're a bit overweight or that, you can get offended, you get your nose at a joint really, really easy. So remember, it's a choice. Choose and say with words, I choose in the name of Jesus, I choose not to be offended. and I choose to forgive that person and forgive my blessing in the name of the Lord, and pray a nice prayer for them, for God's blessing to be upon them. And if possible, if it's depending on the situation, maybe just do something nice or say something nice to them when you see them. God bless you. Holy Ghost, Tobler signing off, and see you forward. See you in heaven.